everyone! Welcome to our YouTube channel, Research Ready and Student Matters Hub by Doclin. Ang ating lesson video ngayon, ng pag-uusapan natin ay yung tinatawag nating pilot testing. So yung pilot testing ng research instrument, ginagamit natin ito kapag ang researcher ang gumawa ng kanyang sariling research instrument at gusto niyang i-test kung ang kanya bang research instrument ay valid at reliable na gamitin, no? Ayon sa kanyang pagkakagawa. Pero hindi natin i-discuss yung validity at reliability kasi i-discuss natin yan on a separate lesson video. What are we going to discuss today are the ways or procedures on doing a pilot testing. Pero bago natin pag-usapan itong mga ito, discuss muna natin gaano ba ka-importante yung tinatawag nating pilot testing. Number one, naniniwala ako na kapag meron kang pilot testing, objective yung evaluation mo. Kasi tama yung collection ng data na ginawa mo or yung methods of collecting the data ay naisaayos mo or naitama mo siya. So yung constructs na nailagay mo dun sa iyong instrument ay tama. Kasi nagkaroon ka ng objective evaluation. Pangalawa, pag nagpa-pilot testing tayo, na-identify natin yung mga problems that might arise when we have an actual conduct of our study. So, na-preempt na natin yung mga problema na pwede nating ma-encounter kapag tayo ay magkakaroon na ng actual conduct ng ating study. Yun yung pangalawa. Okay, yung pangatlo naman natin, ginagawa natin ang pilot testing para ma-refine natin yung ating instrument, na wala na siyang grammatical error, na yung number of items natin ay tama lamang dun sa ating hinihingi, yung constructs or yung variables na nailagay natin ay tama. Lumalabas ang refinement ng instrument pag nagkakaroon tayo ng pilot testing. At ang susunod naman ay it tries to estimate the resources such as your time, your budget, and any other resources that you might have kapag kayo ay magkakandak ng inyong research. At lastly, nagkakaroon tayo ng assessment ng data collection. So kung ito yung instrument na gagamitin ko, ito yung mga ways na po pwede kong gawin base dun sa pilot testing na aking ginawa. Ngayon ang pag-uusapan na natin ay yung mga steps. Paano ba tayo magkakaroon ng pilot testing? At bago yan, i-define muna natin kung ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng pilot testing. So pag sinabi nating pilot testing, it is a crucial step in the development of a survey questionnaire, allowing researchers to identify and address the potential issues before full-scale implementation. At ang number one procedure na kailangan nating sundin ay yung tinatawag nating preparation. So, what do we mean ba with preparation on the pilot testing? Pag sinabi nating preparation, ini-ensure natin na yung survey questionnaire natin has been thoroughly reviewed for clarity, for relevance, and comprehensiveness. So, it means dapat magkaroon tayo ng pre-test plan. So, we have to develop a pre-test plan. Paano natin siya ikakandak? I-review din natin yung laman ng ating instrument na kailangan i-pilot test. Ano ba yung objectives? Ano ba yung kailangan ma-achieve ng pilot testing na gagawin natin? Ang ikalawa naman ay yung tinatawag nating selection of pilot test participants. So, yung selection ng pilot test participants, dinedetermine niya yung appropriate sample size for the pilot test. So, sabi ng mga statistician, typically, 5 to 30 participants are recommended. Depende kung ano yung complexity ng iyong questionnaire. So, dapat nandun yung tinatawag nating representation, which aims to diversify or there is a diversity in pilot test participants to reflect the characteristics of the target population. So, dapat yung representation nung pagkakandakan mo ng iyong pilot test ay tama yung pagkakadetermine mo. At dapat, hindi rin sila yung magiging actual respondents mo pag nagkandak ka at ginamit mo yung iyong research instrument. Number 3 step is conducting the pilot test. So, after na makapagkanda ka na ng preparation, nagkaroon ka na ng selection ng iyong participants, syempre partner rin dyan yung provide ka ng permission or hihingi ka ng permit para makapag-conduct ka ng iyong pilot testing. Pangatlo, mag-conduct ka na. Since okay na yung mga permit mo, okay na yung iyong research instrument, so ang susunod mong gawin is conduct the pilot test. Sa conducting pilot test, syempre part nito yung administration ng questionnaire. So, i-distribute mo yung inyong questionnaire to your respondents either via email, face-to-face, or any other ways na pwede mong gamitin para ma-distribute mo yung iyong instrument. And then, you have to provide a clear instruction to your respondents or participants on how they will complete the questionnaire, and you have also to tell them any specific guidelines that you have to give or you have to provide feedback. Step 4, nandito na yung data collection and monitoring. So sa data collection monitoring, you have to ensure na na-collect mo yung completed number of questionnaire or responses from your pilot test participants. You can also monitor the process. You have to identify any issues or challenges na nai-encounter ng mga respondents or participants mo nung kino-complete nila yung questionnaire. Kasi pwede mo din itong ilagay sa procedure of your study or yung validation ng iyong research instrument as part of its discussion. Number 5, you have to have evaluation and feedback collection. Yung evaluation and feedback collection, you have to provide a feedback form. I suggest magkaroon ka ng mga open-ended questions at the end of your questionnaire para makagather ka ng qualitative feedback doon sa iyong mga respondents or participants. So mas maganda sa last portion ng instrument, maglagay ka doon ng portion na pwede silang makapag-provide ng feedback. You have also to conduct structured debriefing sessions or interviews sa iyong mga participants para makita mo rin yung kanilang or malaman mo yung kanilang experiences, yung comprehensions nila of the questions, and any difficulties encountered. Number 6, as part of the process, is the data analysis. So kung nakuha mo na yung mga data base doon sa binigay mo na instrument sa iyong mga participants, so i-analyze mo na siya, whether it's quantitative or qualitative data analysis. So sa quantitative, assess mo yung response rates nila, yung completeness ng response, tsaka yung preliminary reliability of the questionnaire. Pag qualitative naman, yung i-assess mo na data na nakuha mo, syempre you have to analyze the feedback and the recurring themes, yung mga misunderstandings or suggestions ng questionnaire improvement. Diba sabi natin kanina, mag-provide ka ng part dun sa iyong instrument na po pwede silang magsulat kung ano yung kanilang suggestions. 7, mag-revise ka ng iyong questionnaire. So base dun sa mga nakuha mong feedback, sa mga issues or areas of concern dun sa questionnaire mo, sa instrument mo, kailangan mong mag-revise. Yung revision of questionnaire is solely based on the feedback and the findings from the pilot test. Ang focus mo dito sa revision is yung number 1, clarity. Clear ba yung mga nakalagay dun sa iyong instrument? Hindi ba sila nalilito? Hindi ba masyadong malawak yung scope? Hindi ba masyadong general yung mga statement na nilagay mo? Pangalawa, yung relevance. So, based from your research questions, based from the variables that you have included, relevant ba yung mga statement na nilagay mo dun sa iyong instrument? And then lastly, so kailangan mong malaman yung response options. Hindi ba nahihirapan yung respondents mo habang sinasagutan nila? Maaaring yung format ng research instrument mo ay hindi ganong kalinaw, or yung text masyadong maliit, or masyadong malabo, or hindi organized yung pagkakagawa ng iyong instrument. Lastly, na kailangan mong gawin is yung number 8, which is finalization. You have to conduct a final interview of the revised questionnaire to ensure na lahat ng issues na na-encounter ng iyong mga respondents or participants are addressed. At saka ready na yung iyong instrument for full-scale implementation. At ang pinaka-importanting dapat mong gawin kapag ikaw ay nagpa-pilot test is yung proper documentation. Lahat ng proseso, ng systems, or procedures na ginawa mo ay dapat lahat yan ay documented kasi ilalagay mo yan sa iyong research paper. You might ask, how have you or what are your experiences during the pilot testing of your research instrument? If that will be the case, it will not be very difficult for you to explain since lahat ng ginawa mo are well documented. At saka traceable siya. Saan ba ako nagkamali? Ano ba yung kailangan kong gawin? If they are all documented. So that ends on the things that you have to follow when you're going to do a pilot testing. So very simple, but most of the time, nakakalimutan ng mga researchers na ilagay sa kanilang papel. So napaka-importante niyan kasi yan yung magde-define kung gaano ka-reliable at valid ang iyong data collection methods na ginawa sa iyong research. Whether it's a survey instrument or any other instrument that you have used in your research paper. Please like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel para lumawak pa yung makakapanood or yung audience natin na pwedeng manood ng mga lesson videos natin at marami tayong matulungan. You can also write your comments in the comment section if you have questions regarding this lesson video. Always remember, we unlock insights to empower your minds. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you on our next lesson video. God bless.